Kriya Pada you said is Vyatitarishyati. So that's what I heard actually. But here, if I see, there is a Rakara also, Refa also, Vyatitarishyati. So which one is correct?
Yeah, so the verb is vyatitarishyati. Vyatitarishyati. The entire word is the verb. Vyatitarishyati.
Yeah, so there is a Rakara also there, right? Vyatita.
Yeah, there is a repa. Yeah, ra is there. Correct.
Okay, but even when now you said just now, I heard Vyatitarishyati, not Vyartitarishyati.
Yeah, there is no vyarti. There is only vyatitarishyati. The ra that you are seeing is coming from buddhihi. Buddhir vyatitarishyati.
Oh, okay.
Buddhir vyatitarishyati. The ra comes from buddhihi. So if you split it, it is buddhihi vyatitarishyati.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is another one. This two words are there, Srotavashya and Srutasya. So I am little confused on which is yet to be heard and which is already heard.
Sure. So shrutaha. Shrutam means heard. Shrutam means heard. Shrotavya means to be heard.
Okay.
Literal meaning of Shrotavya is must be heard. Here we take it in the sense of to be, going to be heard. Must be heard means future. What's going to come in the future and what went in the past.
Okay.
That's the meaning. Yeah.
Dhanyavad.
Yeah, Maheshji, go ahead.
What is the difference between Tarishyati and Vyaditarishyati?
So, Tarishyati. So, here in Sanskrit, we have certain prefixes. One of the prefixes vi, which comes in things like jnanam is knowledge, vijnanam, if you say, knowing it well, knowing it completely. So, jnanam means knowing, but knowing it well, knowing it completely, knowing it with nothing more to know. That's called vijnanam. So, Atma Jnanam, Krishna will use the word Vijnanam in some places, which implies that you will know well and there is nothing else to be known. Unlike in other fields of knowledge, where you can constantly improve your understanding. To show that that improvement is not possible in the understanding of Atma, once it is known, that Vijnanam is used. So here also, V is there. Crossing over, but crossing over completely with nothing else, with we are crystal clear about what you're seeking. So that vyatitarishyati. Those there is V and then ati and then tarishyati. Ati. Atyantam. So atyantam sukham. So happiness. And then atyantam means beyond compare. You know, ati. So Krishna is using to say, nobody can promise me anything that is going to solve my problem. That's it. Okay. Crystal clear. Nobody can shake me. That is the meaning of Vyatitari. Good. The question comes because for those of you who are not that familiar with Sanskrit, Tarishyati would have been enough to say crossing. Tarishyati, crossing, like swimming. I swam the river and went to the other shore. I crossed the river. So that is the sense of the word Tarishyati. Will cross over. And so the question was, why the Vyati Tarishyati? Why those prefixes are used in this shloka, in this word?
Thank you.
Good. Yeah, Anjali, go ahead.
You know, when I listen to you, I try to apply what I'm understanding to myself, and this this idea of vairagya. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
It's really, really overwhelming my cognition right now, and I feel that if I really understand it and take it in, it can be very overwhelming. Because what I'm getting from that, my understanding, if I apply it to myself, is that sense of the acceptance. And when you talk about me being the whole, we being the whole, that is just like mind-boggling for me, because I don't know that I have totally wrapped my head. I mean, intellectually I get it, but I don't know if I've taken it in. I think it needs to marinate in my head a little bit. But what I'm getting from that is the idea of boundarylessness, if that's a word, without boundaries, and the freedom, but also there's fear, because that also, there's a lot of responsibility. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but I'm just trying to incorporate it in my, you know, in whatever thoughts and ideas I have in my head. I'm trying to incorporate that. And I think it'll probably need a few more sessions with you to get. But does that make any sense where I'm going?
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, so we need to expose ourselves to the teaching in order for the message to really soak in, as you have said. Marinate. Interesting. I've not heard the word marinate. Here in India, we don't hear that word.
You don't marinate.
You're reminding me of some past good memories. So yeah, so correct. So we have to get used to this idea. That is why that culture is so important for us. When we live in a culture, in a family that already has soaked in these things in a way, at least by way of speaking or singing or bhajans and chanting and all that, then that idea is there. As a child, we have this idea. I have this idea, this, you know, I have confused myself with my body. That's enough. That idea is enough. I was talking to somebody long ago. He has, I was talking about this idea, Vedanta. What a fascinating approach it is, and how the entire topic is reduced to a mistake. And there is, and so he said, I was surprised. He said, yeah, I also used to have a doubt like this. He used to say, he had no exposure to Vedanta and all, but he said that. He's a good friend of mine. And so that doubt is there. That comes from our culture. That culture tells you, hey, wait a minute, you are not who you think you are. Correct, Anjali?
Yeah.
You're not who you think you are. That's a very important thing. That itself should trigger us to make this inquiry. And so, yeah, you're right. And so it is expansive. It's hard to believe initially. But the water, the wave in the ocean is told, you are the water. You are in the form of a wave, no doubt, but you are water. And the entire ocean is nothing but water. Your God, the ocean is water. You, this small little wave that is just a yo-yo, and who is afraid that you're going to disappear any moment, is also water. Your true nature is water. And that message is being given. Correct? So yeah, it takes a while to soak in. And I should not say a while to soak in. We need to soak it in, that's all. You know, we don't make judgments on when, how, etc. So yeah, you're right, Anjali. I think
I guess everybody goes at their own pace to get to where you need to go.
Yeah, of course, Anjali.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jaykumarji.
Bhagyashri.
Bhagyashri.
Yeah.
Here Krishna is still talking about Karma Yoga, Karma Yogi.
Correct. So the question is whether Krishna is talking about Karma Yogi, which was defined earlier, Yes, he is talking about a Karma Yogi. Because, why he's talking about Karma Yogi? Because it's addressing Arjuna, number one. Okay. And he said, if then, he said that. So he's only talking about dispassion, correct? He's only talking about dispassion. And dispassion is an attribute that we all need to enjoy, we all need to bring into our life. And so it is referring to a Karma Yogi. Because he doesn't have to talk about a jnani, namely a wise person. Wise person is, of course, automatically has dispassion. And because this is advice given to Arjuna. I shouldn't say advice, it's a statement of fact that Arjuna has to know. So yes, he's talking about Karma Yogi, correct.
That's why he is using these words, buddhi and nivritti, all those things.
Yeah, so he's talking about the need to let go of the idea that something great is going to happen to me in the future. I'm going to end up in a nice place. The place that my vacation home is going to be the final best place. I'm going to somehow become happy if I go there. Those ideas, if one doesn't entertain. And that's what Krishna is telling Arjuna. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it is not a statement like Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha, Nistraigunya Bhava Arjuna, Nirdvando Nitya Sattvastaha, Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. Some of these slokas we studied, right? So it talks about the nature of Atma. Nature of Atma. And here, no, it's not talking about the nature of Atma. Talking about an important attribute, or a couple of important attributes, Viveka and Vairagya. So he says, if I have Viveka, if I have the ability to discern, then automatically I will have what is called Vairagyam, which is dispassion, which is objectivity. Sometimes this Vairagyam is also translated as objectivity. And so I'm clear about what's what. Yeah. Good. Okay.
Thank you, Jaykumar.
Yeah. So we'll conclude with the Dhanvantri mantra.